we have an all-new battery pack. And then something we're really proud of is the new carbon-sleeved rotors for the motor. So this is the first time that...
What if just one company suddenly left the entire electric vehicle world in the dust? Not by a small margin, not by one generation, but so far ahead that every other automaker is left staring, asking themselves, wait, who are we even competing against anymore? A few weeks ago, when Elon Musk stepped on stage to reveal Tesla's newest electric motor, a lot of people thought it was just another flashy tech event, some big numbers, some claps, and then back to business as usual. They were wrong. What Tesla just showed isn't just a better motor. It's a complete redefinition of what an electric motor can actually be. We're talking about a carbon fiber sleeve around the rotor spinning at over 20,000 revolutions per minute, and the kind of instant acceleration that can launch you from 0 to 60 mph in under 2 seconds. Tesla didn't just move the goalposts, they built an entirely new field. And most competitors still haven't realized how far behind they actually are. But here's what makes this even more interesting. Tesla isn't keeping this technology secret. They've opened the patents for anyone to study and try to copy. So why doesn't that destroy their lead? How can you have the full recipe in front of you and still not be able to make the same dish? And most importantly, what does this mean for millions of people who are thinking about buying an electric car in the next few years? Can other brands actually catch up? Or are we watching the beginning of Tesla's total domination? These are the questions we're diving into today, and trust me, the deeper we go, the more mind-blowing it gets. If you love videos that don't just report the news, but actually explain why it matters and how it's going to change everything, then do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. It really helps. To truly understand why this new motor is shaking up the entire industry, we need to go back almost 20 years. Back in 2003, when two engineers named Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning started Tesla Motors in a small office in California, the entire auto industry laughed at them. Electric cars at that time were basically glorified golf carts. Slow, ugly, terrible range, and zero appeal for normal drivers. Experts said electric vehicles would never compete with gasoline cars in performance, design, or excitement. No major automaker wanted anything to do with them. Then Elon Musk entered the picture. In 2004, Musk made a massive investment and became the largest shareholder. He didn't just bring money, he brought a completely different vision. He didn't want to build cars for tree huggers or people just trying to save on gas. He wanted to build the most desirable, fastest, and most thrilling cars people had ever experienced. In 2008, Tesla proved the world wrong with the original Roadster, built on a Lotus chassis. It was faster than most sports cars in its class, and it was fully electric. That Roadster proved something powerful and simple. Electric motors could deliver real, raw performance. You could actually feel the kind that pins you back in your seat the moment you touch the accelerator. From there, Tesla kept pushing. In 2012 came the Model S, a luxury sedan with a massive touchscreen, over-the-air updates, and performance that made BMW and Mercedes nervous. Then the Model X with its dramatic falcon wing doors, followed by the more affordable Model 3 that brought Tesla to the mainstream. After that, the Model Y and the wild-looking Cybertruck, which looks like it flew in from another planet. Every single launch forced the rest of the car industry to react. Traditional automakers scrambled to release their own electric models. Ford launched the Mustang Mach-E, GM invested billions into their Ultium platform, Volkswagen rolled out the ID series, and Hyundai and Kia suddenly became serious EV players. At that point, many experts started saying the same thing. Tesla has peaked. Their golden era is over. Once the big boys fully enter the game, Tesla won't look so special anymore. They were dead wrong. While everyone else was busy copying what Tesla had already done, Tesla was quietly working on the next massive leap, a leap almost nobody saw coming. So let's talk about what makes this new motor so special. When Elon Musk unveiled the latest Plaid motor with its carbon fiber sleeve, a lot of people thought, okay, that sounds impressive, but is it really that different? The answer is yes, and the difference runs way deeper than most realize. At the heart of every electric motor is the rotor, the part that spins and turns electricity into motion. Traditional motors use rotors made from copper and steel alloys. These materials have worked fine for decades, but they have clear physical limits. As speed increases, centrifugal force grows massively. Eventually, the rotor starts to deform, heat builds up, efficiency drops, and performance suffers right when you need it most. Tesla's solution? Wrap the rotor in a carbon fiber sleeve. Carbon fiber, the same ultra-strong material used on Formula One cars and spacecraft, offers an incredible stiffness to weight ratio. It's lighter, stiffer, and handles extreme forces far better than steel. By wrapping it tightly around the rotor, Tesla creates constant compressive pressure that keeps everything stable, even at crazy high speeds. The result? This motor can spin beyond 20,000 RPM, a level most electric motors never reach. That extreme speed translates directly into explosive acceleration. It's exactly why the Model S Plaid can hit 60 mph in under 2 seconds performance that used to belong only to million-dollar hypercars. But speed is only half the story. The bigger advantage is efficiency. A lighter rotor needs less energy to spin, which means better range from the same battery. Less heat means the cooling system doesn't have to work as hard, which improves battery life and lowers running costs. Everything works together in a powerful positive loop. On top of that, the carbon sleeve gives excellent thermal stability. Unlike metal, it doesn't expand unevenly when temperatures rise, so the motor stays balanced and reliable under all conditions. This isn't just the fastest motor Tesla has built, it's also the most efficient and most durable. Now here's what really blew my mind. In theory, wrapping carbon fiber around a rotor sounds straightforward. In reality, it's an incredibly difficult engineering challenge. Carbon fiber and metal expand and contract at different rates when heated. One small mistake and the sleeve could crack, peel, or cause a dangerous imbalance at 20,000 RPM. To solve this, Tesla had to develop a completely new AI-controlled robotic system that applies the carbon fiber with micrometer-level precision that's 1/1000 of a millimeter. It monitors tension, temperature, wrapping speed, angle everything, and then uses laser sensors to check every single rotor before it goes into a motor. This is the part people miss. Tesla opened the patents so anyone can see the design. But having the blueprint is not the same as having the machine, the AI system, the years of testing data, and the ability to produce it at massive scale. It's a brilliant strategy. By opening the patents, Tesla is essentially saying, here's our secret, good luck catching up. Of course, not everything is perfect. Let's be honest about the real challenges Tesla still faces. First, cost. This carbon fiber sleeve technology with its extreme precision isn't cheap. Each rotor requires expensive materials, specialized machinery, and detailed quality checks. The question is, can Tesla bring this tech down to more affordable models like the Model 3 and Model Y, or will it stay limited to high-end versions? Second, financial pressure. Tesla has dealt with layoffs and shrinking margins while fighting a brutal price war, especially with Chinese competitors like Plaid, SAIC, and NIO, who are making millions of cheaper EVs and expanding globally fast. Third, heavy dependence on Elon Musk. His vision drives the company, but the constant controversies, bold promises, and his very public persona also create risks and affect how some customers, especially older buyers, perceive the brand. Fourth, charging infrastructure. Tesla's supercharger network is still one of its strongest advantages in the United States, but as they start opening it up to other brands, that edge becomes less exclusive. At the same time, range anxiety is still a big mental hurdle for buyers living in areas with fewer charging stations. Fifth, there's the uncertainty around full self-driving. Tesla has been promising it for years. The tech has improved a lot, but it still hasn't reached the level Elon once hyped. That gap between big promises and current reality hurts credibility. These challenges don't take away from the breakthrough in the new motor, but they remind us that in the real world, having the best technology doesn't automatically mean you win. Many other pieces have to fall into place. And this is exactly why the race is getting even more intense, because Tesla isn't the only one fighting for the future. So how are the competitors responding? When Tesla revealed the new Plaid motor with a carbon fiber sleeve, reactions varied. Some stayed quiet, some downplayed it, and others went back to their labs and sped up development. Lucid Motors is probably the strongest pure engineering rival right now. Their Lucid Air Grand Touring performance offers over 500 miles of range, something the Model S still hasn't matched, and their drivetrain is incredibly advanced. But Lucid's big problem is scale. They sell relatively few cars, mostly in the ultra-luxury space. Without massive revenue, it's hard for them to compete at Tesla's level. Rivian is taking a different path with stylish electric trucks and SUVs for adventure lovers. They have strong design, loyal fans, and backing from Amazon. However, their motor technology is still more conventional, and the gap with Tesla keeps widening. Ford's F-150 Lightning proved that Americans will buy electric trucks, but Ford still relies on outside suppliers for batteries and motors. They've had to repeatedly cut EV production targets because costs spiraled. Being split between gas and electric makes it hard for them to go all in like Tesla. GM has spent nearly $35 billion on electrification, but their Ultium platform has faced delays and real-world issues. Cars like the Cadillac Lyriq and Chevrolet Equinox EV are solid, but they haven't delivered that wow technological moment. Then there's Plaid, the competitor Tesla watches most closely. The Chinese giant has already overtaken Tesla in global EV sales, with a highly integrated supply chain where they make their own batteries, chips, and components. Their costs are much lower, and they're expanding aggressively in Europe, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. But Plaid still struggles with brand perception and software experience in the United States. Many American buyers, especially those over 45, prefer familiar names. Plus, tariffs and trade policies continue to slow their entry into the U.S. market. The key takeaway? No single rival is threatening Tesla on every front at once. Lucid has engineering, but lacks scale. Plaid has scale, but lacks strong brand power in America. Ford and GM have brand trust, but lag in both technology and focus. Meanwhile, Tesla continues to lead with both technology and execution. This new motor isn't just about faster cars. During the presentation, Elon mentioned something many people missed while focusing on the speed numbers. He hinted that this motor, with its superior power-to-weight ratio, thermal stability, and ability to run at high speeds for long periods, could be used far beyond automobiles. Think electric aviation. One of the biggest obstacles for electric planes and eVTOLs is finding a motor that's light enough, powerful enough, and reliable enough. Tesla's carbon-sleeved motor could be exactly what that industry needs. Tesla hasn't officially announced plans to supply motors for aviation, but the signals are there. If it happens, Tesla won't just be a car company anymore, it could become a critical hardware provider for the entire clean energy revolution. The same technology could power wind turbines, industrial pumps, large-scale energy storage, and more. With their gigafactories and manufacturing expertise, Tesla is positioning itself as an energy and mobility platform for the 21st century, not just an EV maker. And then there's the long-awaited Roadster 2.0. If it finally launches with sub-1 second 0-60 mph acceleration, over 600 miles of range, and the full power of this new motor tech, it won't just be a fast car, it will be one of the strongest technological statements in automotive history. The game isn't over, but Tesla is once again rewriting the rules. So after everything we've covered, from the first Roadster in 2008 to this micrometer-precise carbon fiber motor today, here's the honest truth. Tesla's new Plaid motor technology is real. The performance gains are real. The engineering gap right now is real. But history shows us that the best technology doesn't always win the commercial war. Betamax was better than V8s. BlackBerry had better hardware before the iPhone. Nokia once ruled the phone world. The EV market is still evolving. Consumer preferences are shifting, government policies change, battery prices are dropping fast, and geopolitics can reshape everything. So, has Tesla truly ended the game with this motor? Or can Lucid, Plaid, and others still come back with surprises we don't see yet? I don't have a crystal ball, and anyone who says they do should be taken with a grain of salt. What I do know is that the next 3 to 5 years will shape the future of transportation for decades to come. And it's happening right now. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Tesla has created an unbeatable lead with this motor? Or can the competition still catch up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you already own a Tesla or are thinking about buying an electric car. Your real experiences matter the most. If this video gave you a clearer picture of what's happening in the EV world, please hit the like button. It really helps more people see it. And if you want more in-depth videos that go beyond the headlines and explain what actually matters, then subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.